A trip to the Final Four is on the line tonight in Kansas City. It's the Hurricanes of Miami, and it's the Longhorns of Texas, ready to go to battle for a spot in Houston and a spot in the Final Four. Whole lot on the line tonight, whole lot to break down. Moments away from tip-off. Let's get you all set up and ready for this ball game. And it's going to be hard to beat that one that we just saw. Creighton San Diego State coming down to the wire, obviously. Debatable finish to that game. But now we look to see to get an even better game if possible here in Kansas City at T-Mobile Center, one of the nicest arenas I've ever been to. And two teams that had to travel far, but they both traveled well, both great traveling fan bases. Winner will go on to play UConn, who had a dominant 28-point win against Gonzaga last night. Now, Miami's coming in 28-7. They're 15-5 in the ACC. They were the ACC regular season champs before they lost in the ACC tournament semis to Duke, who would ultimately go on to lose in the second round. But still a very good Duke team. And since that loss, Miami has since won 4 straight games to get to this point in the Elite Eight, the most recent of which was against Houston, the number 1 seed, which the Hurricanes took them down by 14, 89-75 the other night. Miami's led by 3 transfers, but they did get 8 returning players from last year, so it's a team that's been with each other for a long time, but a few of the transfers have helped them out. And to name those 3 transfers, Nigel Pack, he averages almost 14 a game coming over from Kansas State. From Arkansas State, it's Norchad Omier, who leads the ACC in rebounds with 355 on the season. He looks to pick up even more tonight, and look out for number 15 out there. Another transfer, the third and final one for Miami, is number 11, Jordan Miller, 15.1 points per game. That's good for second on the team. Fifth-year senior came over from George Mason a couple of years ago, and he is one of the 4 all ACCs on this Miami. Make that 3 all ACC on this Miami team. Miami's got 4 guys that average over 10-plus points per game. They've got dominant scorers, few great defenders. Wooga Poplar, 20th in the ACC in steals. He averages over 1 a game. Elite defender, so you got to look out for the 6'5" sophomore guard. Those active hands, able to move the feet on defense. Just what you want to see. Miami, they've got a lot to play for. This would be their program's first Final Four. They've never won a championship, so they've got everything in the world to play for. Now, if we turn over to Texas, they're led by Rodney Terry, their interim head coach, who came in. But I mean, obviously, not going to have interim to his name too much longer. What a season. Leading the Longhorns 29-8. Rodney Terry came in, obviously, after Chris Beard was arrested mid-season. But Longhorns 29-8 overall. They're 12-6 in a very stacked Big 12 conference this year. And they've won their last 5. In fact, they've actually won their last 7, dating all the way back to the Big 12 tournament, in which they won that Big 12 tournament. So all the momentum in the world for Texas. They're playing their best ball this season, I'd say. They're red hot, and they've just continued to get better as the season's gone on. They're an experienced team. They're an old team. They've got 6 transfers, only 5 players returned from last year, and they've got quite a few seniors, and 2 seniors, their 2 leading scorers, and Timmy Allen, Dylan Dessou, Marcus Carr also in that mix as well, with Tyrese Hunter, Serge Jabari Rice. They've got it all. They've got 5 elite scorers. But Miami, they've got elite defenders. So it'll be an interesting mesh. It'll be a great game. It'll be an entertaining ball game. And I want nothing more than to see these two teams just fight back and forth. Now, something different in the mix for Texas today. They are not starting Dylan Dessou, who is not starting the game for the only the first time this season. Instead, they turn to the Kansas City native, returning back to his hometown, Christian Bishop, starting for the second time this season. So a bit of a different look. We'll see how Miami handles that out of the gate. It's the normal 5-4 Miami as their 12th season head coach, Jim Larrañaga, gives them some last-second instructions. We're seconds away from tip. Larrañaga's previously 11 years at Bowling Green after 14 years at George Mason. He's never won a national championship in 37 years of coaching, but he's put one great legacy to his name, a two-time ACC Coach of the Year here at Miami. Now, as I said a little bit earlier, Rodney Terry, first season at Texas, came in after 7 years at Fresno State, 3 years at UTEP, and then came after Chris Beard's arrest. Texas, looking to get their third 30-win season in program history. Miami looking to go to their first ever first four. We're about to tip this one off, and we are underway in Kansas City. Here we go. Tip won by the Hurricanes, and it will be Nigel Pack. We talked about it in the pregame. Look out for 24 in black. Miami wearing their black jerseys. Texas in their whites. Top the key, Jordan Miller drives in with the right hand. There's the speed of Jordan Miller, and he gets the scoring started in the Elite Eight for the Hurricanes. Just a simple little blow-by there on the first play of the ball game. Texas coming off the win against Xavier, the 3 seed, the other night. Texas 4-0 at the T-Mobile Center. Obviously, this is where the Big 12 tournament is played. They lob it back up high. Marcus Carr. The Pitt and Minnesota transfer spins it around to Timmy Allen, who tried the step back. It was not there. Sweep it in for the rebound is Wooga Poplar. And Miami's back the other way. Poplar at the right wing, handed off. Wong. Isaiah Wong. 2023 ACC Player of the Year. Wong trying to find some space. Acrobatic move to get to the rim, but he can't finish. Rebound grab by Carr. He'll fling it cross court. Hunter dumps it off Allen. Right back, left wing three. Carr! In and out. Rebound up for grabs. Knocked back to the top of the key. Grabbed by Hunter. And then he tried to lob it up for Hunter. Moore. I can't even tell who that was. All that matters is that Miami has 2 more points on the other end. That was a nice little play in transition. Miami and Texas both like to play fast. Miami does not turn the ball over often. Allen gets it in the paint. Able to kick it to Carr. Miami fans want to travel. Ain't going to get it. Carr kicks with the right hand. Out to Hunter. Right wing 3. That one rattles in and out. So the basket on the right side of the court not being too favorable here early on. Texas is over for their first few shots. Miami again. The blow-by once more. Bucket and a foul. Jordan Miller feeling it early on. He has just beaten Texas with his speed, finishing through contact at the rim. Pretty left-hand lay-in. Jordan Miller, the 2023 All-ACC. 3 players on this Miami team All-ACCs this season. And now he'll have a chance to shoot one at the line. 75% free throw shooter on the season. And the lefty has nothing but net. And Miami is out to a 7-point lead to start the game. Pack's got 2. Miller's already got 5. Texas still looking for their first basket over 2 minutes in. Tyrese Hunter wearing those long knee socks. And then going up on the back door was Bishop. Getting his second start of the season is fouled. And he'll have a chance to shoot 2 at the line. So free throws now for Texas as they look to get on the board. It'll be the Kansas City native, Christian Bishop. Now it's actually Lee Summit next to his name. But obviously a suburb of Kansas City right outside. And he was watching his former team earlier play in the Elite Eight against San Diego State. That was Creighton. Bishop came from the Blue Jays in a transfer last season. First free throw is good. He only shoots 64% from the line, but he does get Texas on the board there. Lefty there on Texas. Bishop goes 2 for 2 at the line. And now let's see if that gives the Longhorns some momentum. They go with a full court press here. Hurricanes are able to manageably get that in, and here comes Isaiah Wong from Piscataway, New Jersey. Wong directing traffic top the key. 2.5 minutes into the first half. On the handoff, Wong penetrates, stops at the foul line. Wong backs his way in, nearly traveled, and nearly double dribbled as well. No call, and it will be 2 for Isaiah Wong. Texas fans wanted everything. Just cannot get a call to save their life. Now Christian Bishop works baseline, nearly stepped out of bounds. And that was due to a push. The foul is called. Second team there on Miami. That was definitely a double dribble, if I do say so myself, on Wong there. Wong, the player of the game against Houston the other day, he got 20 points. What a player. ACC Player of the Year in 2023. Baseline is Hunter. He'll swing it back up high. Wide open look from the top of the key. Nothing but the bottom for Sir'Jabari Rice, the New Mexico State transfer. 2023 All Big 12. 37% from beyond the arc. As, Texas can knock him down. And now they'll get another possession as Miami turns it over on the other end. Longhorns trying to pick up some momentum here. All Miami early on, but now Texas with a 3 and a turnover force. Miami is a great team. They take care of the ball very nicely. They have they're one of the best teams in the nation in turnovers with only 11.1 per game. Inbound to Tyrese Hunter. Stayed in the Big 12 after transferring from Ohio State. Started all 72 games of his career. That continues today. That one kicked up high at the left wing. Marcus Carr. Step back from the far corner. A bit short. Offensive rebound. And a jumper from the foul line is good from Timmy Allen. Another transfer, one of the 6 on this Texas team, came from Utah. And just like that, the Longhorns have pulled within 2. Isaiah Wong. Going to take it himself as he spins through. Dug himself into a hole. Now he needs some help. There it is in the form of Walker. He finds some room on the far baseline, but can't finish in close. Texas tries to run the floor. Ball is loose as they lost the handle, but there he's able to get it back. Sir'Jabari Rice, a little out of control there. Luckily, no harm done. Marcus Carr, left wing, screen from Allen. Carr rolls off of it. Carr, kick, top the key, shot fake, drive in, and the lay-in. Brock Cunningham, a career-high 37 games this season. He's playing almost 20 minutes a game, and they've gotten some great production out of him. He's already got 2, and that helps Texas on their 7-0 run in the last minute of a half. Nearly 5 minutes through the first. Next whistle would be the under 16 timeout. Miami trying to find their groove offensively once more, and boy, are they out of it as Walker misses the layup. Texas can take their first lead of the day, fakes the step back 3, dishes it off to Cunningham, goes far corner Allen. Timmy Allen rolls off that defense in that far corner, and then the rebound was up for grabs, a little bump from behind, and we got a foul going against Longhorns the other way. Back and forth we go in Kansas City. A fun start to this one. We take the under 16 timeout, and we return in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Well, Longhorns came out of the dead there. They started really slow, but they then since caught up with that 7-0 run there before the media timeout. It's Miami ball coming out of the break after that foul before the timeout. But we expected this. We've seen fast-paced play. That's just what we expected. But Miami they just kind of got a little sloppy with the ball there, which they do not typically do. Only 11 turnovers a game, one of the fewest in college basketball. But just a few careless shots here and there to those last few minutes led to the Texas run, and now they've got the momentum on their side. Texas, they've shown they can beat anybody. Wins against Gonzaga, Creighton, Baylor. They beat Kansas twice. They beat all of the best teams in college basketball. They've got the capability to beat anybody. And they're looking to add another great win to their resume today. They've had plenty of them in the tournament. They've had plenty of them in this season. Same with Miami. They beat Duke. And then here in the tournament, Indiana and Houston, two of the best teams in college basketball coming into the tournament. Miami has handled them. Jim Larrañaga's done a great job with this squad. 12th season at Miami, trying to get this program to their first Final Four. Rodney Terry in just his first season, trying to get Texas to their fourth Final Four all time. First since 2003. 14:55 to go in the first half. Texas goes back to that full court press. And Miami again able to escape it. Bensley Joseph brings the ball up as he's on the floor for the first time. Has not missed a game in his college career. Anthony Walker off the dribble, feeds it to Joseph, who takes it towards the rack, draws the contact, and will be shooting two. Miami attacking the rim early on. That's a pretty backdoor dish off the dribble from Walker to Joseph. Sophomore guard. Not a big guy is Joseph, only 6'1". It's a bit too strong on that first free throw where he shoots 72%, so a somewhat rare miss there. It'll be Texas' third team foul. Not easy to shoot free throws in the NCAA tournament. All the pressure in the world, and that one is strong as well off the heel of the basket. So now Texas, another chance to take their first lead. It's Tyrese Hunter. Hand it off, fake the shot. Sir'Jabari Rice now from the foul line. A jumper, it rattles home. And Sir'Jabari Rice with his fourth point of the day, second basket, gets Texas their first lead today. Sir'Jabari Rice, 46% from the field. He can knock him down from about anywhere. And now a bit wild the other way. Wong off balance. Lost the handle, out of bounds. And Texas just continues to build off the momentum. Wong tried to slip through two defenders. Not easy to do. And it's right back to the Longhorns. Already the second turnover of the day, if I'm not mistaken, for Miami. Gives the ball right back to Texas. Yeah, that's Miami's team's second. They only average 11 a game. Keep that in mind. This one handed off. Timmy Allen, shot fake. Rice has already got 4 early on in this game. Hunter narrowly avoided going on the other side of half court. They able to fling it back in. Shot clock dwindling down. Step back. Wide left there from Hunter. Acrobatic job to keep that alive, but then in and out of the hands, it goes back to Miami. Big time foul as Joseph is creamed. Sloppy start as the ball's just flying everywhere. Slips out of Joseph's hands when he's going up, and then coming through to try to swat that was Hunter. That wasn't a great possession from Texas on the other end of the floor either, as Hunter just had to kind of chuck one up with the shot clock going down. There's a free throw from Bensley Joseph. His first make on his third attempt of the day. Miami back within 1. Texas already has 14 fouls, not even 7 minutes into this game. Miller and Rice both have 5 for each team. Leads all scorers. Second free throw good as well. Miami has tied the game at 11 to end Texas's 9-0 run. Marcus Carr. Christian Bishop back on the floor. There's Brock Cunningham. He's looked good early on. Marcus Carr, the Kansas State transfer, looking for somewhere to go. He dumps it off to Bishop. Bishop backs his way down in the near block. Did not get the bounce. Miami grabs the rebound. Omier, first in the ACC in rebounds, has his 356th of the year. Now a little step back from the far corner. Does not go in for Nigel Pack, who kind of forced one there. Texas speeds things up the other way. There's Arterio Morris on the floor for the first time. 19th ranked freshman in this year's class. Long three from Rice. He's hit another one. Sir'Jabari Rice, his second 3 of the day. And he's already got 8 early points to lead all scorers. 3 for 3 from the field so far. And we have a foul at nearly half court there by Morris. So he comes into the game and already has his first foul. Man, you didn't see this coming out of Rice. I mean, he shoots 37% from long range. He shoots 46% from the field. But to start this fast, Texas would take that every day of the week. Miami would also take a strong start here from Nigel Pack. They are yet to get it. He brings the ball up here, gets it over to Miller, dribbles around a bit. Miller shakes one defender. Miller drives it in. He uses the window. Lucky bounce off the backboard there for Miller. He's already got a couple. Left wing, Cunningham, a 3. He's got another one. Brock Cunningham staying hot for Texas. How about that? Longhorns feeling it from distance. They've already made 3 of 5. Miami looking for the answer. Bensley Joseph topped the key with 10 to shoot. Joseph now reverses it for Pack. Pack darts into the left hand and the near block. Off the glass. No good. Nice rebound there. Omier fighting for position. Lays it in on top of the semicircle. Miami right back within 2. They continue to have the answer today. Marcus Carr. Pressured around half court. Able to shake it. Carr. Right wing. Morris. After a short touch from Bishop, it was right back to Morris. Bishop then got stripped. Miami running the floor. A forced pass from Miller picked off. And now a forced pass the other way over the head of Bishop. As these teams have not been able to figure it out early on. Turnover central here in Kansas City. It's a 2-point lead for Texas. Nevertheless, we take the under 12 timeout. 11:08 to play in the first. Sloppy start, but it is a Longhorn lead. We're back in a minute from Kansas City. Well, you can't complain about the start. We got a great one building here in Kansas City. It hasn't been the prettiest to start. Plenty of turnovers for both these teams. To be exact, 3 aside. Two teams that only average around 11 per game. They're very good at containing the ball, but the fast pace that Texas and Miami both like to play has kind of gotten to them. They've tried to force a few plays. They've tried to rush a few plays. Emotions are high in the NCAA tournament. So not out of, it's out of character for these teams, but not out of character for what we've seen in this tournament. And it just adds to the madness, just what this tournament is all about. So we'll see how Rodney Terry and Jim Larrañaga are able to announce or to address these few turnovers early on, a few wasted possessions, few forced shots, and we'll see what they can do to fix that. So 11:08 to go in the first half. Jabari Rice leads Texas with 8 points. It is Jordan Miller from Miami who gets the ball here. Miller leads Hurricanes in points. George Mason transfer, fifth-year senior. He's been hot lately, the 2023 All-ACC tourney. Isaiah Wong, they need him to get going. Has not done anything early on. Miller able to squeeze that one into a tight window, and there's Omier with the flush to tie the game at 17. Beautiful ball movement there on the left side of the court, and then a pretty backdoor to Omier with the easy two-hand slam. Marcus Carr lobs it up high. Christian Bishop transfer from Creighton right back to Carr. Carr, one-hand pass, Cunningham. Few buckets early on for him. Gets it to Jabari Rice. He has a few as well. Great ball movement to the far corner, but the three is not there from Hunter. Offensive rebound, Cunningham. Hunter to Carr, left wing three. That time it's there. Marcus Carr rattles it home, and Texas has their 4th three of the game on just their 7th attempt. They're feeling it from deep. One of the best in the nation, 35%. Not a bad number there from Texas. Miami has not even taken 1-3 yet. They've been really trying to attack that paint. This Texas' tallest guy is only around 6'9". Here they go right back to the paint. Wong uses that pivot foot. Far corner it goes. Evading a defender and then dumping it off. Right back to Omier. Almost identical as a few plays ago as Omier throws it down with two hands again. 4 straight points for Norchad Omier. Great defender, great rebounder, but there he gets going on the offensive end. Marcus Carr into the paint. Had nothing there. It's right back out to the corner. Jabari Rice with a hand in his face tries the three off the heel. Here comes Miami running the floor. The pass a bit out in front of Beverly. In and out of his hands. It hit the baseline, and that's Miami's 4th turnover. Something to keep an eye out as this game goes on. Turnovers, points off of turnovers. So far, Miami already has 4 TOs. Miami, when they shoot the three, they're 39th in the nation at 37%, but they're yet to take one. They're yet to take a shot from the outside, really, today. They're good from the field as well. 16th in the nation, 48%. Marcus Carr goes left wing. Jabari Rice, why not again? No. Rebound tapped up for Cunningham, who tried to save it, but they say his heel was on the baseline. And the ball is sent back to Miami, who can take the lead. They've led by as many as 7, but then Texas able to storm back when needed. That's how we got to this 2019 Longhorn lead. 8:43 to play in the first half. The last ticket to the Final Four will be punched. Winner goes on to play UConn. Miami trying to advance to their first Final Four in school history. Texas trying to go to their first one since 2003. Nigel Pack. Let's see if he can heat up. This guy needs to heat up too. Isaiah Wong. He goes to Omier, who's been hot. Omier missed the bunny. Carr swoops in to get the rebound. Marcus Carr dumps straight up court. Pulls up for three. Rattles in and out. Miami speeds back the other way. Wong directing traffic at the left wing. Wong at the foul line, bumping his way in. Miller off the window, pretty touch. Miami back in front. Great ball fake from Miller. And then he's able to use that pivot foot to get in with the left hand. And a beautiful finish. Carr for the answer. That three ball goes. The second one from distance for Marcus Carr. It's the fifth three of the game for Texas. That's a thing of beauty. Just like that, the Longhorns regain their 2-point lead. Slipping around a screen and then trying to step back was Pack. Answer not there. Miami's first three of the day. Makes them 0 for 1 as Pack can't knock it down. Marcus Carr, he's feeling it. So is Cunningham. Cunningham stutter steps in. Dishes over to Allen. Long two. And nothing is missing here for Texas as Timmy Allen gets that long jumper to go. Utah transfer out of Mesa, Arizona. Another senior on this Texas team. They're senior led. And he makes it a 22-21 game. Make it 22-25-23. As the beautiful step back from Nigel Pack finds the bottom of the basket. 2022 All ACC for Nigel Pack, or excuse me, All Big 12 at Kansas State for Nigel Pack. Now a Miami rebound there by Wong. Wong's got 4.5 rebounds per game. It's a team in points and assists, but hasn't done anything much early on. Wong killing some clock here. 13 to shoot. Now they'll go. Wong, Miller. Miller with Poplar back on the floor. Miller trying to do it himself. Lost the handle with 3 to shoot. He doesn't see the clock. Now he does, and as the buzzer sounds, Omier just had to chuck one up. Rebound goes to Texas as it hit off the heel. Left wing, Sir'Jabari Rice. Allen, Timmy Allen to the corner. Finding some room is Dylan DeSue on the floor. Is Hunter, and then spinning off. That pressure was Allen, who got towards the bucket. Finishes in close. Texas now up 4. It's 27-23. So we approach the 5-minute mark in the first half. Texas faithful on their feet here in Kansas City. They traveled well. Wooga Poplar, far corner, handed off. Nigel Pack for 3. Nothing but net. First 3 of the ball game for Miami as the 41% three-point shooter Pack knocks one down from the corner. Corner's been where it's at for both these teams from long range. And then that one takes a 360 around the rim and drops for Timmy Allen, who's got 4 straight points. Miller trying to catch Texas sleeping in transition as both these teams are gassed. Miller at the near block tries a jumper, gets the favorable bounce. Miami with the answer. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Hunter. Allen finds some room. He has been hot. He's got 6 straight. And it's 31-28 as we trade baskets here at T-Mobile Center. Allen's already got 10 early on. Leads Texas. Driving baseline and then chucking it up from behind the basket. Pack got it to go, but it's waved off because I guess you cannot shoot it over the basket. I never knew that was a rule. Jim Larinaga, who's been coaching for 37 years, looks just as confused as I am. But the referee knew it was a rule from behind the basket. Pack swished it, but they wave it off. An unknown rule, but it results in a Miami turnover, their 5th of the game. And we are going to take a break. The under 8 timeout. Fast-paced action from Kansas City. Back and forth we go with Miami and Texas. A fun one going here in KC. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to a game in which we've already seen it all. Now, granted, we're only 15 minutes into the game, but I mean, we saw a basket get waved off because he shot it from behind the hoop. We've seen a ton of chaotic turnovers. We've seen a few dunks, a few long-range threes, and there's already a guy on each team in double digits. Jordan Miller has 11 of Miami's 28. Timmy Allen's got 10 of Texas's 31. It's been a fast offensive start for both teams. Miami shooting 57% from the field, Texas 50%. I think Miami could shoot a few more threes. They're a great three-point shooting team, 39th in the nation, but where it's been at has been from two. And 2-point field goal percentage, 54%, 43rd in the nation. So you can't complain about that either. Miami, seems like whatever they do works, and it's worked today. They've been able to stay within three. Now, obviously, they wish to be up three. But against a strong Texas squad early in the game, being down three, it won't hurt you that much, especially with the comeback ability that we know Miami has. So after that basket gets waved off for going over the basket, Nigel Pack was a bit confused about that. Ball does go back to Texas. Tyrese Hunter brings it up the floor. Left wing it goes. Marcus Carr looking for some room. He goes right wing. Morris back on the floor. Swung to the corner, right back to Morris, and all the way around to Carr. Left wing, Bishop. Bishop spins his way in and scores! Dang a beauty, Christian Bishop. Starting for just the second time this season, but he has been great early on. Great defender. He's done it on the offensive end today. Texas adds two more. They're up 33-28. So Miami has had the answer. Texas has as well. Driving baseline is Miller. He kicks it to Wooga Poplar. Oh, the great name, the great shooting form. And he puts Miami within two. Not every day you see a guy named Wigger or Wooga. Hard to say. Wooga. But you love it. Poplar 38% from beyond the arc. Now Texas. Here's Bishop looking for some room. He finds an open Morris. He drains the three ball. Texas comes right back at you. I just got done saying that, and there they put it on full display. Another three ball for the Longhorns. That's where it's been at today. 5-point lead for Texas. Here's Isaiah Wong. Wong, backdoor. He cannot finish. AJ Casey, only 6.5 minutes per game, getting a look here. Missed the layup from in tight. Now Carr, a step back from the elbow. No. Tap back. No from Bishop. As Texas goes 0 for 2 on that trip up the floor. Wong. Miller slows things down at the top of the key. Rodney Terry blasting out some instructions. And then Miller just completely plowed through Bishop, sending him on his backside. And then he was able to roll that one in. Jordan Miller's already got 13. 6 for 6 from the field. Timmy Allen, he's got 10 leading Texas. Dario Morris. Marcus Carr. Carr. Left wing. Fancy dribbling, wide open in the corner. Morris, another three. Back-to-back three balls for Arterio Morris. 32% from beyond the arc on the season. 19th ranked freshman in this year's class. 6-3 out of Dallas. Puts Texas back up 6. One shy of their largest lead of the day. Now Poplar finds himself open in the corner and knocks down the long two. Wooga Poplar has that mid-range game ability. 47% as a field goal shooter. Miami's looking good from the field. They're 60%. Now getting a bit too handsy there was Miller, who will commit a foul on Allen. So that'll take us to the under 4 timeout. Miami, Texas, Where else would you want to be? It's a 4-point game. We take the final media of the first half. And we're back in a moment. Don't go anywhere. Fast paced start to this game has favored Texas at least, with 118 to go in the first as the Longhorns lead by 4. We've only seen 7 fouls committed so far, very few free throws, very few stoppages, and that's what you like to see. That's how basketball should be played. We shouldn't be getting every ticky-tacky thing called. And I think the officials in this Elite Eight, like that Creighton game, maybe except for a call that you could argue that at the last second, I think they let them play nicely, and it was a very entertaining game to watch, and it helps when there's not a stoppage every few seconds, just what we have today in Kansas City. These teams these last few minutes have taken care of the ball a bit better. They've been really knocking down the shots. Miami's got 18 of their 35 in the paint. Texas only has 8, as it's been from beyond the arc where they've got it. For Miami, it's only been like 2 guys. Or 3 guys. Poplar's had a few. Omir's had a few. Miller's had few. Miller's got 13. The rest of the team just has 22, and Miller's 6 for 6 from the field. So get him the ball. He can make plays happen. Inbound from Carter Cunningham. Double team at the top of the key, but then Cunningham was able to slip open at the foul line, and he knocks down that one. Brock Cunningham. Who's this kid? He's got quite a few here. Inside the final minute of the first half. Looking for the back door was Miller. It wasn't there, so instead he picks up his dribble and fires it up and over his head to Walker. And then he looked backdoor for Miller, and then that one was knocked away. Texas off the 5th Miami turnover. Carr gets the roll. Marcus Carr, looking to end the half on a run for Texas, has put them up 8. It's their biggest lead of the day. Jim Larrañaga wants a timeout as Texas has come running out of the under 4 timeout. We'll take another stoppage. Jim Larrañaga does not like what he's seeing, trying to kill the momentum. Texas has their biggest lead of the day, up 8. Another quick stoppage, back in 30. Welcome back to virtual Kansas City, where we've got a great one here on the stream. Texas, 4 quick points after that under 4 timeout. They've gone up 8, which is good enough for their biggest lead of the day. Jim Larrañaga called 8 timeouts, so we'll be back in a few minutes, or a few seconds here. But the production has been there on the bench for Texas. They've got almost 20 points off the bench in this game. To be exact, they have 21 bench points, 8 of those from Sir'Jabari Rice. 2 threes for him and a 2. Cunningham's got 7. Morris has 6. Everybody except for 2 players on Texas has a bucket. That is Hunter and Mitchell yet to get on the board. One guy that Texas is missing is Dylan Disu. Obviously could not start. I did not see what was wrong with him, but all I know is that he is not playing. The 6'9" senior from Pleasureville, Texas. That's a weird looking name. Vanderbilt transfer, 2023 Big 12 All-Tourney MVP. 13th in the Big 12 in rebounds. 2nd in the Big 12 in 2-point field goal percentage. Elite scorer, elite defender, elite everything, Dylan Disu. So that's somebody they're really missing. He averages only 8 points per game, can knock down the 3 ball. It's been a big part of the squad all year, so we'll see how they're able to adjust without him. 4th all-time meeting between these 2 squads. Texas leads they're 2-1. Texas looks to go 3-1. Miami looks to even the series at 2-2. And it is their ball here, down 8, 40 seconds to go in the first half. About 9 seconds 11 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. They get it in here to Wooga Poplar. Those long legs of his is able to dart his way in and score for Poplar, who's already got 6 early points. Hasn't had too much time on the floor early on, but he already had, I said 6, he actually has 7. So Marcus Carr now with the shot clock turned off. 10 seconds to go. Look at things moving from the left wing. Gets a screen. Marcus Carr, Kansas State transfer. Pitt and Minnesota transfer. Trying to make something happen. There's something. He gets fouled on a 3. Just something that the NCAA has wanted to zero in on. You cannot take away the landing zone. That's just what Nigel Pack does there. He takes away the landing zone, kicks the feet out from under Marcus Carr. 77% free throw shooter. Will have 3 shots here, first of which is good. So after a really close game, Texas has a great chance to go up 9. Oops, that one's no good. So now 8 best case here for Texas. Miami's biggest lead was 7 way back early in this first half. Since it's been all Texas. Carr has now hit double digits. The lead is 8. 3 seconds to go. Quick inbound. Pack from half court. Off the left side of the rim and no good. We've hit halftime. Texas, a fast end to that half. They love to play fast. They can score fast. That's just what they did there to round out the first half of play. Texas leads by 8. Miami's still very much in it. We'll see what Jim Larrañaga can get to his squad's ear with a trip to the Final Four on the line. Second half coming up. Both teams trading baskets, but it is advantage Longhorns. 20 minutes in the books from Kansas City. 29-8 Texas, 28-7 Miami. Both fighting for a spot in the Final Four. Miami would be their school's first. Texas, their third 30-win season in school history. That would be their first since 2008, trying to make it their 4th Final Four, first since 2003. So they're all playing for something. They both are very good at neutral sites. Texas has blocked out that Miami crowd early on. They fed off their crowd, just what neutral site's all about. So we'll see who handles it better in the second half, which is where it matters. Texas dominated the last few minutes, but Miami just hanging around. It's an 8-point game, 20 minutes in, 20 still to play. We're back for half number 2 coming up in a few minutes. Stay right here. You want madness? You've come to the right place. One half in the books, another one to go. Welcome back to the broadcast. And entertaining first half, should be an entertaining second half, as what else would you expect? They give it March Madness as the name. It is March Madness. Where else would you, how else would you want to spend a Sunday afternoon? You would not want to spend it any other different way. That is the answer. A few things I want to cover before we tip off here in the second half. First of which is Miami. It's gone 4-1 in their last 5. Only lost to an impressive Duke team who obviously fell short in their hopes this season. But wins against impressive Indiana, Houston, Drake, and Wake Forest teams. 3 of those 4 wins really stand out. Excuse me. They're good at neutral. They're the only place where they struggle to play is on the road, and still it's respectable, 6-4 on the road. But at neutral sites, they're 5-2, respectable record there. 17-1 at home. So luckily for them, it's not a road game. It's almost right in the middle here of Miami and Texas. Not exactly in the middle, closer to Texas, but still a favorable distance for both teams to travel. Miami's playing in their second straight Elite Eight, but then they would ultimately lose last season to number 1 Kansas. So that just makes them even more hungrier. Are they hungry because it'll be the program's first Final Four? Yes. Are they hungry because a win would tie them for the most in program history? Yes. But are they hungry because most of these guys are returners from last season, 8 of them, and they know what it feels like to lose at this stage? Yes. They showed that hungriness coming out of the gates, but then the fast pace that Texas liked to play, it looked like it gave them fatigue late in the half. And that led to Texas ending on a nice little run there. But for the Longhorns, they're another great team at neutral site, 8-1 this season. Losing record on the road, 4-6, and at home they're 18-1. So they don't like playing on the road, but they like playing at neutral site. They like playing at home. That's been the case here today. They've shown that they know how to win at these neutral sites. Won their last 5 games, beating Kansas, TCU, Colgate, Penn State, Xavier. How does that sound? 5 really great basketball teams. 5 really great wins for Texas. Most recent of which was obviously against the 3 seed Xavier with that 83-71 win the other night. They're led by 6 transfers. Only 51% of scoring and 50% of minutes returned from last year. So Chris Beard did most of the recruiting. He brought in all these transfers. Rodney Terry's been since left with them. He's done a great job of handling them. In his 11th year as head coach, just first at Texas. Only his second tourney appearance as the head coach, but he's done great under pressure. And I think that he will be the Longhorns head coach for many years to come. At least he should be. And right now, Texas has set themselves up in a great spot to sky over their points average. They're already 39th in the nation in points with 77.9 per game. But here they've already got 45 in the first half. They just seem they can't miss, which obviously they can because they're just shooting 54%. Miami 64%, but Texas has attempted 6 more shots. And they've made 1 extra one in there as well. Texas, 7 of 13 from deep. Miami's only taken 3. They've made 2. So we'll see if they try to go. We'll see if they try to get more 3-pointers in this second half. We'll see what they adjust there. Not really in the free throw categories. We only had 8 fouls in that first half. So nice pace. And 2 teams that like to play fast. It's just what you saw coming. Miami, the regular season champs out of the ACC. Lost in the semis to Duke in that tournament. Texas, the Big 12 tournament champs. 2 teams that know what winning feels like. And one of these 2 teams will have a date with UConn in the Final Four coming up next weekend. Well, we'll get right back at it for the second half in a moment here. It'll be Texas ball. Texas ball coming out of the break. Oh my gosh. Settle down. Have some fun with us. We're going to take one more quick break before we return for second half action. A trip to the Final Four on the line, a date with UConn on the line, and a trip to Houston. Who wants it more? Texas, Miami. This one's going to have a great finish. You don't want to go anywhere. Back in a minute. It's go time in half number 2 in Kansas City. The T-Mobile Center's rocking. They're ready for a great finish to this one. Already a great finish earlier today against San Diego State and Creighton. Looks like we've got no different story happening here in KC. Texas, they've jumped out to an 8-point lead after a great finish to that first half. Miami led by as much as 7 early on in that half, but then Texas was able to bounce back and then ultimately ended the half on a late run there. So Longhorns where they want to be. They're up. They're great when they're up at half. They put themselves in a great position to win. They've done it all without Dylan Disu. Vanderbilt transfer 8.8 points per game. Not in the starting lineup and has not been on the floor today. Missing just the first game this season. Texas has lived to their identity. They've played fast. A few turnovers early on, but they've been able to take good care of the ball. Miami, a little bit different. 11 turnovers per game, one of the fewest in the nation, but they've already turned it over 6 times today. Jim Larrañaga, 37 years as a head coach. He's never made it to the Final Four. Has never won a national championship. Looking to have a huge win. It'll be his 697th all-time. Add to a spectacular career. Move him to his first ever Final Four. Texas looks to control Jordan Miller a bit better in the second half. Miller was able to have great feel down in the paint. That's where he scored most of his 13 points in that game. Or in that half, rather. No foul trouble for either side as there's only guys with 1 foul. None of them have more than that. So Miller leads all scorers with 13. And outside of that, Miami hasn't really had much production. Only 7 for Poplar and Pack, and then 6 for Omier. But outside of that, it's only been 2 for Joseph, 2 for Wong. Wong, he has to do something. ACC Player of the Year, 3-time All-ACC, the ACC All-Tourney this year. He leads the team in points and assists. It's just been so quiet today. Just not what you want if you're Miami. And for leading the team in assists, he doesn't even have an assist today. So that's I'm kind of concerned here as you get ready and going for the second here. If you are Miami, that's something you got to keep an eye out. This half goes on and maybe get different looks with Poplar, Pack, Omier, Miller, Beverly, and Joseph. Put them out on the floor if you need to. If it ain't working out with Wong and even AJ Casey, so I'm get a few touches early. Only stay on the floor for a minute or two, though. Two guys in double digits for Texas. That's Marcus Carr and Timmy Allen, 10 apiece. And then they've also got a ton of bench points, 21 of them, 7 from Cunningham, 6 from Morris, 45 from Sir'Jabari Rice. So now how is Miami able to isolate guys for Texas that were able to shoot the ball in that first half? Here we go in half number 2. Texas, Miami. A trip to the Final Four on the line here in the Midwest region. Right off the bat, the pass to Bishop popped in and out of his hands, off the backboard into Miami. So a quick turnover for Texas, their 5th of the game. Poplar looking to get a bucket off of it. A bit off balance, heading toward the rim. He missed the layup. Now Carr, right down the lane. The floater grabbed out of midair by Bishop and dumped in with 2 hands. Make that Dylan Mitchell. We have barely seen Dylan Mitchell at all today, and there we see him get an alley-oop. To ruin the momentum, a foul called by the Longhorns. Looked like a little runner in the lane there from Carr. It looked like the last second he changed his mind, directed it over to Mitchell. Number 5th ranked freshman in the 2022 class. Able to get on the board for the first time today. Now Miami, right off the bat in the half, down 2, but there's Isaiah Wong. They need him, and he's back with an 8 as Wong has his second bucket of the day. 47-39, 1 minute into the second half, and then flying into the press table was Wooga Poplar, knocking down a laptop, a few drinks. That ball trickled out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Longhorns. To inbound, it's Allen. Hands held high, gets it over to Mitchell, top the key. It goes to Tyrese Hunter. Transfer from Ohio State, Big 12 Rookie of the Year last year. Carr off the dribble with the left hand, 5 to shoot. Carr with 3. Carr doesn't see it. Now he does. Able to get it off. And that did hit the rim, I guess. Texas gets a fresh possession. The 3 is no good. And now I think they blow it dead, and they're gonna say it's a shot clock violation. Rodney Terry not happy about that. His car just looked like he was not aware of the clock. Let's see. They're going to take a look to see if this did hit the rim. I didn't think it did. Didn't look like it did. Nope, no rim. That's a shot clock violation. That'll be Texas's 6th turnover, and the basketball will go back to Miami. I don't see that one hitting the rim. I'm still trying to figure something out. Here you look at the clock as well, since they let that one run out for a few extra seconds as well. So at least the teams kind of get a free timeout here. They bring in Gene Steratore.
They blew that whistle. You actually have a loose ball. When a shot takes place, it's not in any team possession. That whistle to look at this, and the ball is loose, they have to go to the AP arrow and award the team that has the air.
Okay, so now I didn't really get what he was saying. Lengthy stoppage here right off the bat in the second half. They do finally figure it out, and it will be Texas ball, so it's not a turnover. And it stays with the Longhorns. Allen inbounds it. There's Bishop. Bishop poked away. A beautiful steal there by Pack. And now Pack on the other end lays it in. An acrobatic finish there by Nigel Pack. Omier gets the steal. Pack gets the lay-in. Miami within 6. Texas getting a little sloppy with it, but then getting that one out of midair was Tyrese Hunter. Brings it downhill, puts her home. Miami back the other way, looking for the answer again. That pass a bit behind the target. Pack turns it over. Texas again. Oh, finger roll. Texas is back up 10. A quick four points there from the Longhorns. Lead is back to double digits. That gets their fan base into it. Isaiah Wong, and now in goes Omier. Omier in the paint. Handed off to Pack. Pack goes baseline where he's double teamed. Now Pack in the near corner. Omier with 7 to shoot. Omier tries to split 2 defenders. Instead, it's an offensive foul. Bishop gets his feet set. Draws the contact. Basketball back to the Longhorns. Oh, what a play by Christian Bishop. Omier thought he could just slip through those 2 defenders there. Bishop slides over, gets there in time, sets his feet. Textbook defense. And the first team foul of the half for Miami is a big one. 2-seeded Texas dominating this half to start. Now they can go for their biggest lead of the day. Allen, fadeaway, nothing but mesh. Texas has their biggest lead of the day. It's up to 12. Jim Larrañaga wants a timeout. Texas is fired up. The bench is fired up. The lead is up to 12. It only took 3 minutes in the second half for Texas to pick up right where they left off. The Longhorns playing their best ball today, right at the right time. A 12-point advantage, 53-41. Timeout, Miami. We're back in a minute. Texas has exploded in the second half. Already 8 points in the first 2.5 minutes of the frame. Miami's been quiet. When they have had buckets, Texas has had the answer. It has not been the same the other way around. The Longhorns have been able to build off momentum. They've had tons of points in transition, which is what they do. They run the floor. They take care of the ball. And they make shots. 58% from the field today. Team that's 35th in the nation at 47%. Miami, 48%, 16th in the country from the field. Today they're shooting 64%, which is nothing to complain about, but they haven't been able to get many shots because they're turning it over. Texas is getting steals. And it's been hard for Miami just to get shots off because Texas's defense has been flocking to the ball. And they've had active hands without fouling, too. That's been a big part as well. Texas has 10 points off Miami's 6 turnovers. Hurricanes do get the ball here. Texas is on a 6-0 run in the last 60 seconds. Miami looking to put an end to it. Nigel Pack tapped the keys, got 10 to shoot. Pack drives in with the left hand, step back at the foul line, holds on to it. Instead, he gets it to Poplar, and Poplar finishes through contact. Look at Poplar. He's had a nice game to his name today. Ends the Texas run. Ends Miami's short scoreless run. Lead cut back to 10. Poplar, sophomore guard out of Philadelphia. Here goes Bishop. Going to work in the paint. Rattles in and out, but he got cut on the arm. Or maybe with the body. It's a foul nevertheless, and it's a trip to the line to shoot 2 for Christian Bishop. Jim Larrañaga hangs his head. Swats away the refs. Turns to his assistant coaches for some help because what he's been trying to work out has not been working. Still time to figure something out there, though, so not panic time whatsoever for Jim Larrañaga's squad. Free throw from Bishop, and he stays cold there today. The Kansas City native, the second start of the season this for him. 5th-year senior. Four points today, and with that second free throw, it makes it 5. 11-point game, 16 and a half minutes to play. O'Meara with that foul now has 3, and Pack tried to catch Texas sleeping. He found a wide open Wong, but he was not open for long as Mitchell collapses to the ball in your face to swat that one away. He might have called a foul. Couldn't quite tell. I mean, Wong looked like he had an easy lay-in, but then Mitchell just flies out of nowhere. Missed assignment? I don't think so. Yes, it was a foul, so it is free throw trip for Isaiah Wong, who making free throws will get him confidence. That's what you need. The first one is good. The second one is also good. 9-point game. 2023 ACC Player of the Year. Gets 2 to drop there. 16 and a half per game for the junior out of Piscataway, New Jersey. One of the best free throw shooters in the country. Gets 2 there, and there's a foul on Poplar as he shoves Allen to the ground. Already the 3rd team foul here for Miami early on, after we saw a pretty clean first half. Allen cut his shoulder there, and he used a guy's paper from the scores table to cover it up. And then he used his jersey to cover it up so the officials did not see it and make him have to go to the bench. Goes to the corner now, Marcus Carr. Been quiet here in the second half. This guy has not been quiet. It's Bishop, knocks down another jumper from the far corner. Christian Bishop feeling it. The lefty, gets another bucket to go. Wong to Poplar. Wong right wing. A 3-ball. Nothing is falling for Isaiah Wong. Texas can take their biggest lead once again. Allen, that pass he wasn't looking was Bishop. It bounces over to Allen, who's able to get it. Bishop now to Carr. Top the key. Carr double teamed. Carr looking to take it. Marcus Carr flips it back up to Hunter. Tyrese Hunter, 7 to shoot. Marcus Carr, left wing 3 off the heel. And a nice rebound from Poplar, an elite defender. Grabs that one down, gets Miami down the offensive end. And there's one off the glass for Nigel Pack. Transfer from Kansas State. All Big 12 last year, stays in the Big 12, but this time getting it done, went over to the ACC, now getting it done over there as well. For the answer, once again, they've had it all day long. Marcus Carr has it there. Texas just does not stop shooting. Pack is fouled. On the drive, there's nothing Miami can do. They've got hands in their faces. Texas just doesn't care. They cannot. It's almost like, I don't even know. It's been an extremely impressive performance here by Texas against Miami, who leads Texas in almost every category. But the Longhorns have just come out firing. They've been making shots. They haven't been fouling. They've been playing defense. They've been forcing turnovers. They're doing everything right. They look to continue that as we hit a under 16 timeout. Miami in a hole. They need to find something quick. We're back in a minute in this 12-point game from Kansas City. Second half, not going the Hurricanes' way. It's all Longhorns. They've controlled the momentum in the second half. When Miami's thought they had something working, Texas has come back with the answer. We've been saying that all game long, mainly because it's true. And they have displayed why they finished the season at number 6 or number 5 in the AP poll, why they are number 2 seed in this tournament, and why they have made it to the Elite 8. Texas 14-41 away from a date with UConn in the Final Four. Free throws out of the timeout here for Nigel Pack. 11 points. Second on Miami's team today. First free throw rattles home for Pack, who shoots 88% at the line. Was on the 2023 preseason Wooden Award watch list. Expected a great season out of him. They got a great season. 13.8 points per game. Both free throws drop for Pack to make it a 10-point game. Keep in mind, Norchad Omier out of the game for Miami with 3 fouls. Carr and Allen for Texas have 27. The rest of the team has 32. An interesting nugget there. Marcus Carr, the Texas fans, rise back to their feet. Bishop. Sir'Jabari Rice takes the open 3 and knocks down another one. His third triple of the day. Back on the floor, and he picks up right where he left off. The New Mexico State transfer does it again. On the other end, it's Jordan Miller trying to go to work on Bishop. There's just nothing there. Miller trying to find some space on the baseline, and he got bumped by Bishop, who gets called for a foul. You just leave Serge Jabari Rice open, probably 8 to 10 feet behind the 3-point line. He has that range, showing it there. 14:04 to go in the second half. An insurmountable lead to overcome for the Hurricanes, but definitely not in a position where they want to be. Going baseline is Wong, and he is tripped up on the blocking foul there. So 2 quick fouls. That one's called on Marcus Carr, and that brings Texas up to 5 team fouls. And now Miami will get it beneath the baseline here. Inbound Poplar lobbed up, and the slam for Jordan Miller. That's a pretty play on the inbound, and that's what Miami needed to get something to go their way. That foul that led to that inbound. It's Marcus Carr's second. Texas on the attack. This time they got Serge Jabari Rice locked up. At the top of the key, closely guarded by Miller. Serge Jabari Rice. 6 seconds to go. It goes right wing Hunter. Hunter darts in and scores. Late in the shot clock. Doesn't matter. Texas is back up 13. Wong the lob. A bit too out in front and too hot to handle for Harlan Beverly. Larinaga's trying to throw out looks. This time he goes with Beverly. He only played 4 games last year. Got a few under his belt this year, but I mean, they're just trying to figure out anything that works against the mighty Longhorns. That 3 ball, a bit short. Swooping in to get the rebound. Or no, we had a foul called on Texas. I think we got a little reach there from Mitchell, trying to pursue that rebound. Instead, kind of wrapped around there. It's already Texas's 6th team foul here in the half with still 13 minutes to go. So 1 more, and it's already Miami free throws. Keep an eye on that. There is Beverly back on the floor. Harlan Beverly, top of the key, goes to work as he drives in with the left hand, rejected. Miami wants the goaltending. Bodies fly to the floors. The rebound is up for grab. Poplar dives to get it. Pack comes to join the party. And after all that, it's Ruda jump ball. Oh my, craziness on the deck. Possession belongs to Miami, as I think they should have gotten 2 points there. That looked like a goaltending, but they will get a fresh possession, but they do lose the arrow. Yeah. I mean, it's a goaltending if I've ever seen one. So arrow to Miami. It'll switch over to Texas here on the inbound. 12:37 to go in the second. 13-point Longhorn lead. Miami will go to a little box play here on the inbound. It'll be Poplar to throw it in, the Philadelphia native. Poplar banks it off the back of Allen, right to himself, and he dumps it in with 2 hands. What a play from Wooga Poplar. How's that for show business? That's why we play the game. You don't see that too often. Creative mind of Wooga Poplar on display there. Brock Cunningham kicks it back up high to Tyrese Hunter. Hunter to the far corner. Swung around top the key. Allen. Right elbow on the fadeaway. He is bumped and he's shooting 2. With 5 on the shot clock, that is a bad foul. Oh, Poplar. Fired up about that one. I mean, that's not easy because, I mean, Allen's back. I mean, Allen was 10 feet away from him. 10, 15 feet away from him. Meanwhile, Poplar has been called for his 3rd foul. So now Poplar and O'Meara with 3 fouls. Those are 2 guys they need out there, but have not had them. Allen bent in the knees, missed the free throw a bit too strong. Allen at the line, only 69%. All Big 12 awards last year. Leads the team in rebounds this year. When he was at Utah as a transfer a few seasons ago, 2-time All Pac-12. So Timmy Allen can do it all. Except maybe shoot the free throw with success and the 3-point shot. But when he gets in close, doesn't miss often. He's got one sock at his calf. He's got the right sock up over the knee. Interesting look there. Does it help him knock down the second free throw? Yes, it does. Gets the favorable bounce. Texas up 12. 8 minutes into the second half. Bensley Joseph on the floor for Miami with their foul trouble. Here's Nigel Pack. Stutter step, goes in with the right hand. Another sloppy pass from Pack, picked off. Texas runs the floor right towards the bucket. Morris, a bit off balance. And now Wong in transition. The three was halfway down and then came out. And then an over-the-back foul by Pack. Miami is just pretty depleted, it seems. They can't get shots to fall. When they get stops, they can't get points. And then a costly foul on the over and back. Timeout on the floor. We take the under 12 timeout. Jim Larinaga needs to figure something out. His team is in desperation mode. Down 12. 11:37 to go. Back in a flash. Miami and Texas. Great finish coming up. Texas, the highest remaining seed in the NCAA tournament. Number 2, looking to advance to play UConn. Texas, this would be their third 30-win season in program history. Their first since 2008. They had a few great teams there in 05, 06, 07, 08. This is the year. If they're going to do it, this is the year. With all of these seniors, the 6th-year senior Marcus Carr, this will just be an icing on the cake for a terrific career. His third school after transferring from Pitt and Minnesota. Second year here at Texas, all Big 12 both seasons. 6th in the league in points per game this year. And more seniors. Dylan Dessou, a great season, but unfortunately could not play today. Timmy Allen, another senior they're going to miss. Double-digit points per game for him. Sir-Jabari Rice, a few big threes today. He's another senior. So if Texas is going to do it, they got to do it before all these seniors leave. Because this is heck of a quality team. Rodney Terry has put them in a great spot in this game. He's put them in a great spot all season. No different here in this NCAA tournament. Miami trying to find something. Oh, wow! We have a turnover because Hunter thought he could run the baseline. Instead, since Miami did not score the basket prior, he did not have the ability to run the baseline. It goes as a travel, and it goes as a Texas turnover, but it's given right back as the pass was forced in there to Pack. But then Miami swoops in to pick off that pass as Wong comes through to take it away. 3 turnovers on 3 consecutive plays. Now Pack, stutter step around off the glass. Too strong. Rebound to Texas. They'll push it. Hunter at the left wing between the leg pass. Rice slows things down. Allen swing to the corner. Carr for 3. Too short. Rebound up for grabs. Allen flips it over his head. Up for grabs. Carr shot from behind. Marcus Carr is hurt. Marcus Carr is hurt. Rolling on the floor. Holding the left thigh. He got steamrolled from behind. Allen threw it over his head trying to save it. Flying through was Omier, who gets called for his 4th foul, but now the concern is for Marcus Carr, who looked like he got landed awkwardly on that left leg. Their leading scorer, their leading rebounder, looks like he's going to try to walk it off here and stay in the game. A crazy sequence there. So now Miami has 11 turnovers, which is tied for their season average. Texas had 2 crazy ones there as well, with 9. And on that play, Omier, 6 points today, just got his 4th foul, so he'll take a seat after only being on the floor for a few seconds. They are going to take Carr out of the game, so he was going to try to walk it off. Instead, they'll go put him on the bike. Don't want to risk anything else here. A 12-point lead, you'd rather have them if the game gets close down the wire. Now we'll see what they can do without him. Tyrese Hunter at the left wing as Carr takes his seat with 15 points. Cunningham comes back on the floor. Hunter left wing. Hunter, 5 to shoot. Gonna do it himself. Hunter, step back, fake, kick, Allen, air ball. Shot clock violation. Turnover number 10 for Texas. They've hit double digits, and Rodney Terry does not like that. No stranger to the game, Rodney Terry. His 11th season as a head coach, 7 at Fresno State, 3 at UTEP. Miami needs to score here. Instead, Miller is fouled. Man, I did not think that was a foul there on Cunningham, but call it on him nevertheless. Ooh, that looked like all ball. Miller at the line. George Mason transfer. So him and Jim Larinaga, both with familiar with George Mason. Larinaga, the head coach, 14 years as head coach at George Mason. And Miller spent a few years there before coming to Miami. Makes both free throws here. Miller, a good free throw shooter, 75%. Both teams now in the 1-and-1 bonus. Now Cunningham with that foul has his 3rd. A big piece missing down the stretch. Carr is back on the floor. Timmy Allen at the left elbow. Allen now to the left block. Allen. Foul going up. 2 shots coming for Timmy Allen. 14 seconds away from the halfway point here in half number 2. The refs are starting to zero in on fouls. They only called 8 fouls in the first half. They've already called 14 here in the middle part of the second. 7 aside. Timmy Allen, 13 points, 6 of 9 from the field. 3 assists to go along with that as well so far today. He's bending the knees. Beautiful touch. 11-point game once again as Miami just has not been able to shrink the lead. They've been able to get a few buckets here and there, but Texas has come right back. It's really all second half. It's been between 14 and 10 points. Miami just has not been able to go on a run. Both free throws. Good from Allen. Speeding the other way and getting whacked from behind was Joseph. And now we got two injured players on the floor. Joseph holding his head, Ryven in pain, and then it was Dylan Mitchell who committed the foul, who was down on the play as well. Oh my goodness. Mitchell comes in pretty straight up, but then he takes a horrible tumble, lands right on Joseph. Looks like they'll both be okay after a second, having to let that sting rattle out. That does not feel good. It's the 8th team foul on Texas. Sends Joseph to the line, who in his sophomore season has played all 72 games of his career, yet to miss one. Streak continues today, and now the 72% free throw shooter looks to pull within 10 once more. Only 2 points on the day for Joseph. 2 for 4 from the line, make it 3 for 5 as he's got his 3rd point. The ACC regular season champs in some trouble. Joseph's 2nd free throw too strong. Rebound to Miami. That's the big one. Here is Jordan Miller. 15 to shoot at the left wing. Miller travel. No, he got fouled. They say that he got tripped up. Miller took a good 3 steps before tumbling to the ground, but they say he got fouled before the fact, and now he'll get to shoot free throws. So now Texas really starting to foul as, yeah, Allen does get that left hand in there on a bit of a bear hug. And if both these free throws go here, reminder, it is a 1-and-1, but if both of the free throws go, it is a single-digit lead for Texas for one of the first times this half. Miller leads all scorers with 17, looking to add to the total there, yet to miss from the field, and the first free throw rattles in. Miami fans starting to get into this game. They're on their feet. They've taken 3 trips to the free throw line in the last 10 seconds. Both of them are good for Miller. It's a 9-point game. Hurricane fans rise up. Now they go with the full court press. Hunter breaks it. Inside 10 to play. A trip to the Final Four on the line. A date with UConn and Houston. Now directing traffic is Allen. He'll maneuver baseline. Allen near block. Fouled by Miller, who cannot believe it. He tried to reach around him to poke the ball away. Instead, it'll be called for another foul on Miller. Team's 8th. Miller has scored above his average now today. 15 a game for him. He's got 17 today. I think I said Miller. I might have said Allen. Allen's the one shooting free throws. He's above his average as well with 15 today. And with that free throw, it's now 16. And again, Texas, this will not let Miami go on a run. Right when Miami's crowd gets back into it, they make it a single-digit lead. An unneeded foul, unneeded reach. Now Timmy Allen at the line, knocks down one free throw. Second one, bit short. Rebound to Miami. They'll push the floor. Speeding ahead and laying it in with the left hand is Joseph. 8-point game. Here come the Longhorns, taking their time. Still in control of this game, up 8. They do not need to force anything here. Backing down is Allen. Allen into the paint, spins and does not get the roll. Rebound, Poplar, who's back on the floor, 3 fouls. Hurricanes speed through, and now back out is Wong. 9 minutes to play. Isaiah Wong spins, fade away. No, takes 3 hops off the rim and out. Big stop there for Texas. Now Carr lobs it up. Dylan Mitchell finishes. The second time today, those two have connected for a piece of art. Texas right back out, up 10 in emphatic fashion. Carr has a great feel for Mitchell's game. Now the fadeaway gets it to go. That's what they've been needed from Isaiah Wong all day. Answers there for Miami to get the lead back to 8. It's slowly becoming a game. 8:19 to play. Hunter threw it away. Picked up by Wong. Brings it up the far sideline. Tries a 3. No. Rebound Poplar. Foul going up. Wooga Poplar will shoot 2. Looking to put this into a 6-point game. Poplar, the guy you want to shoot free throws, 88% at the line. One of the best defenders in the ACC. Averages over a steal a game. That's Poplar. He's had a few blocks today as well. It's time trying to get going scoring-wise. Miami has shot 60% from the field today. The only struggle has been being able to get shots off. First free throw for Poplar is down. And the lead is the smallest it's been in the second half, if I do say so off the top of my head. It's now down to 7. $8:09 still to play. Poplar holds the ball in his left hip. Spins it in his hands, delivers. Got it! 6-point game. Miami fans making some noise now. This time Hunter can run the baseline. Nearly threw it away. And instead, a silly foul is committed on Joseph. Unneeded, unnecessary. You've got him cornered. You've got him double teamed. You don't need to try to go in there with the body. Only 2 seconds come off. Another foul here. I mean, this last 8 minutes is going to take forever. Sir'Jabari Rice will take the free throws. 86% shooter. First one's good. One more foul for Miami, and that's a double bonus for Texas. Second free throw good as well. 72-64. Eight-point game with 8 minutes to play. And the officials are going to come over to the scores table and try to figure something out here. A little bit of a break here for each team to go to their benches as something's going on that the officials want to figure out. Texas now has 100 bench points this tournament. That lob off the backboard. Ball up for grabs. It goes to Poplar. Walks in with a jumper. Huge bucket. Wooga Poplar. Second half of his life. It's a 6-point game. Tyrese Hunter at the left wing. Playmakers. Make plays. That's what Texas needs from their stars down the stretch. Bishop kicks to Carr. Wanted to shoot a 3. Instead, will take a few steps in. Try the long 2. No. Rebound to Miami. They can make it a 1-score game with the 3. Huge possession. Here comes Pack. Pack. Pressured by Hunter, who's got a great defensive IQ. Now here goes Wong. Wong in with the left hand. Wong on the baseline. Spins and finishes. Up and over Bishop. Isaiah Wong has cut the deficit to 4. 7 minutes remain. Timeout, Longhorns. Miami, there's the run they were looking for in the Midwest Regional Final. The Hurricanes are hungry for their first trip to the Final Four in school history, and they have come back from the dead to pull within 2 scores, and they force Rodney Terry to take a timeout. One heck of a ball game, and it continues right after this. We take the under 8 in form of this Texas timeout, and we are back in a moment. You do not want to go anywhere. A game for the ages come to be here in Kansas City. 4-point Texas lead at the under 8. It feels like we're just getting started. The way that this game has gone back and forth with still 7 minutes to play, it feels like this game is not anywhere close to being over. Still so much more on the table, so much more to be decided. Miami has heated up these last few minutes. Get this. They are shooting 61% from the field, and they've gone on a 13-5 run to pull within 4. That's the fewest it's been since the half number 1. Miami jumped out to a 7-point lead right out of the gates, but then Texas bounced back, stormed into the second half. Hurricanes stormed right back. No pun intended. Hunter has the basketball for Texas as it's their possession out of the timeout. Backdoor! Picked off! Here comes Miller on the fast break. Kick out, fake the 3. Pack will now take it! In and out! And the ball is out of bounds to Texas. Holy cow, Pack had that one halfway down and it popped right back out. Clock now showing 6:39. Both teams in the bonus plus. Any foul means 2 free throws aside. Here is Hunter. Now it goes to Bishop. Bishop, Rice. Pass tipped, still able to reach Hunter. Now it goes to Bishop, right back out. Hunter, open 3. Short, rebound. Miami, long heave. Up court, finds Pack, who lays it in. Pack gets ahead of the play. Heads up awareness to Omier, who's on the floor with 4 fouls. Able to find him. Miami within 2. Allen needs a bucket to find any momentum. Carr double teamed at the top of the key. Evades to Allen. Missed it. Wide right. Poplar sweeps up to grab the rebound. 3.2 rebounds per game for Poplar. Has a huge one there. Miami can tie or take the lead. Anxious fans in the crowd. Isaiah Wong is the guy with the ball. A 10-2 run in the last 3 minutes. Wong lobs it up! Finish! And a foul! Alley-oop play-in! And a chance at 3 for Norchad Omier. A free throw can give Miami the lead. It almost looked like Wong was going to have a shot clock violation as the free throw is good. Miami has their first lead. It since the first few minutes of the first half. How about that? But it looked like Wong was just going to take it himself, but then he found Omier, lobbed it up under control. Lays it in. 13-2 run for Miami. Marcus Carr looking to put an end to it. Carr to the right wing, double teamed. Gets it to Bishop. Kick, swing around Hunter, left wing. 3! And there's an end to the Miami run. Huge 3. Hunter lead back to the Longhorns. We go back and forth in KC. Wong, does he have the answer this time as we're inside 5 to play? Wong to the right hand, steps in and scores! Tie game! Isaiah Wong, the playmaker, starting to come alive late in this one. Where's he been all game? 10 second half points after only having 2 in the first for Wong. Serge Jabari Rice spins in, and that one hits off the heel of the basket. Miami can retake the lead. 4:15 to play in the second. Fans with hands on their head, witnessing something for the ages. Wong going to work once more. Fakes the 3. Gives it away to Miller. Miller at the right wing with 10 to shoot. Miller goes baseline. Works it to the paint. Finishes. And he is fouled. The basket does not go. So it will be 2 shots for Jordan Miller. We will take the under 4 media timeout. Miami has come out of their grave, coming back to tie the game. And we head to the under 4 timeout, knotted up at 75 apiece. These teams battling for their lives. And a trip to the Final Four will be decided in the next few minutes. Who will it be? Texas, Miami. Find out when we return to Kansas City. Be right back in a moment. I said it at the start of the stream. I thought there was no way we could outmatch that San Diego State Creighton game from earlier. But I think we might have found a way. Miami trailed by as many as 14 in this half. They've now come back to tie the game, and they put themselves in a great position to win with 3:57 to go, and they're shooting 2 free throws in the form of Jordan Miller, 2023 All-ACC. This media timeout gets said and done with. Nothing like March. That's one thing for sure. So it's the senior-led Longhorn team. It's looking like fatigue's starting to get to them. It's the young Miami team. They've been led by Isaiah Wong, who's got 12 points today, averages 16 a game, ACC Player of the Year, showing us in the second half what he's made of, what he usually does, because he hadn't showed it for the first few minutes of the game, or for the first half of the game, but he has since scored 10 second half points. He now has 12, but I mean, Jordan Miller has been great in both halves of this game. Averages 15 a game. He leads all scorers with 21. And now he's shooting 2 to try to give Miami the lead. First one. Good. Hurricanes back up 1. Second one is good. A 2-point lead for Miami. 77-75. Miami is 13 of 21 from the field this half, shooting 63% on the day. That's nearly 20% above their season average. And so with that, they're 16th in the country in field goal percentage. Marcus Carr for Texas at the right wing. Kicks to Hunter. Open 3. Can't get that one to go. That's been his spot in the second half. But a great offensive rebound tipped back by Cunningham. Faking the 3 is Rice. Then darting in. Finishes with the left hand. And we are tied once more. Sir'Jabari Rice has 3 threes today, but there he shows that he can get it done from the paint. Speeds in and then lays it in. Here is Isaiah Wong. Stutter step to find some space. He missed the layup. Rebound tapped back by Wong. That does not go. Bodies fall to the floor. Poplar dives to keep it in. Instead, it's out of bounds to Texas. Man, you gotta love the effort. These players fighting for their careers, fighting for their seasons, fighting for their lives. We're not quite inside 2 minutes, so we cannot review that. The mad scrum. Sevens all over the board, 77-77. Texas is now at their season average. Miami averages 79, so just about to get there in points per game. Marcus Carr pulls up, left it short. Another offensive rebound, Cunningham. Sir'Jabari Rice step back 3. A brick and a strong rebound from Omier. But Cunningham on the boards this season, or this game, has been impressive. 3.3 per game. Surpassed that here today. 2 minutes, 25 seconds. In that time frame, we will know who is meeting up with UConn in the Final Four. A blocking foul called on Allen, who leads Texas in scoring. They can't afford to him getting foul trouble down the stretch, as it'll result in 2 free throws here for Miller, who's been hot at the line today. We'll head back there again. Miller is 7 of 7 from the line. There he drives at Allen, who picks up his 4th foul. Uh-oh. On the season, Miller shoots 75%. Today he's got 21 points and is yet to miss a free throw. Now can he make them when it matters? Down the stretch. 2 shots for Jordan Miller. First one is up and good. Gets a nice round of applause from all the Miami fans that have packed T-Mobile Center here in Kansas City. Both teams traveled well. What else would you expect in this Elite Eight matchup? Miller, another one, and another make. Miami back up 2. 2 timeouts aside. 2:19 to go. Carr lets that ball roll and now picks it up around half court. Foul trouble galore for both these teams. We'll see how they handle it. Sir-Jabari Rice gets it to Allen in the far corner. Timmy Allen, the Utah transfer, turns it over as the pass is picked off. Miller reads it, gets that long arm of his to knock it away. And now Miami can take a 2-score lead. 1:50 to go. Isaiah Wong killing some clock. Now bursts with speed. Gets it to go. But before, we had an offensive foul. They say Wong pushed off. Oh my. We have seen it everything. I think it was the right call. Yep, he definitely extends that left arm. Just trying to protect the ball. Generate any amount of space he can get. But the officials say, no, not in my watch. Texas with 1:40 to go. Down 2. Hunter goes to the corner. Rice feeds it up by Cunningham. Carr, Pitt and Minnesota transfer. Trying to be the hero. Carr. My screen is now loading as I get glitched out. Now it's back on. Carr spins and finishes up and over. Marcus Carr. That's what makes him special. Calm under pressure. Tied at 79. We've had 7 ties, 6 lead changes. The biggest lead for Miami is 7. For Texas, it's 13. Here's Nigel Pack directing traffic at the right wing. Pack pulls up for 3. Too strong. Rebound. And over the back, and we're headed the other way. Texas basketball with 60 seconds to go. I didn't see who they got on that foul, as a lot of people must be watching the game right now because keep getting this loading screen. They got Omier. His 5th foul of the game, and Omier is out. He goes over the back. And if Texas wins... Oh, wait, I guess he's not a senior, so it won't be his last game. But that one hurts. Fouling out in what could be the last game of the season. Never want to see that happen. Or no, they called the foul on Texas. They called it on Cunningham. My mistake there. That's Cunningham's 4th, so Omier will actually get to shoot free throws. He is still in the game, and he makes the first one. The 73% free throw shooter out from Arkansas State transfer, 2-time All-Sun Belt there, 2023 All-ACC, first in ACC in rebounds. I mean, he's done it all. Special player. And he makes 2 special free throws there. Miami leads by 2. Does Texas use one of their 2 timeouts here? We will see. The bench is getting into it. The fans are getting into it. Huge possession. Hunter. Wrapped around it goes Cunningham to Carr. Carr, top the key. Carr stutters his way in. Is stripped to the basketball. Poplar gets the steal. That's why he's 20th in the ACC in steals. Here's Wong. Wong is fouled by Carr. The Hurricanes can feel it now. 34 seconds to go. And just who you want shooting free throws, your 84% free throw shooter, Isaiah Wong, going to the line. Looking to make it a 4-point game. Two big ones for Wong. There you go. It's now a 3-point game as Isaiah Wong's mom watches from the crowd. Possession arrow still with Texas. Remember that. Second free throw good. A 4-point game. Hurricanes feel it inching closer. 30 seconds to go. Rodney Terry's telling him to speed it up. Cunningham darts in. Does not get the floater to go. And the foul has to be taken by Allen. Cunningham got a great look from the near block. It was in and out. And Miami can make it a 6-point game if both of these free throws go. And it's Miller heading back to the line where he is yet to miss today. Knock on wood. 23 seconds to go. It'll take nothing shy of a miracle here for Texas. In a second half in which Texas led by 13 points. Miami with a late comeback is now up 4. Miller at the line leading all scorers with 23 points. A performance for the ages and a game for the ages. Miller hits the first one. What else is new? Miami fans holding their breath. Texas fans with their hands on their head. Allen has fouled out of the game in what will most likely be his final game in a Texas uniform. The senior did all he can. It's a 6-point game as both free throws go. A quick drive and left-hand lay-in for Tyrese Hunter puts it back to a 4-point game. So now you just got to hope that Miami misses their free throws, but they have not done that today. They're 25 and 28 from the line, and they'll be most likely shooting 2 unless Texas can get a quick trap when we come back. The final media timeout of this game. Miami is up 4, 18 seconds to go. They can feel it. 18 ticks away from a trip to the Final Four. But does Texas have an impossible late comeback in them? We'll see when we come back. Miami leads by 4. Their ball with 18 seconds to go. 17.8 to be exact. Quick inbound to Miller. Quick foul. 1 second comes off the clock. 2 more free throws coming up for Miller. Looking to pretty much put this one away. Timmy Allen looks on. Miami backcourt locks arms. As Miller will take his 12th and 13th free throw. He's yet to miss today. The streak continues. If this one goes, it'll take 2 threes from Texas. And it'll also take Miami to miss their free throws, which just has not happened. They're 27 of now 30. As that one drops, fans starting to hug each other. It's just right there for them to reach out and grab. Texas needs a miracle. Cunningham tries a long 3. It's no good. Rebound Miami. And Poplar will get fouled with 4 seconds on the clock. It will not even matter. Jim Larrañaga is going to his second Final Four. First time since when he was with George Mason on this day nearly 20 years ago. When he advanced with George Mason, he's going to be heading back. And that means that Miami, San Diego State, UConn, and Florida Atlantic are in the Final Four. Say what? Yeah, that's the world we're living in. They are jumping around in Miami. First free throw, no good. Got to imagine there's one heck of a watch party going on at Miami-Dade Arena, partying in the bars around Miami. Jim Laranaga's team is going to make it 29-7. Texas will not get the 30-win season. And now the final 4 seconds will be dribbled out. Carr, a half-court heave, no good, and the Hurricanes storm in to the Final Four for the first time in program history. Number 2 goes down, and the Midwest region belongs to Miami. That ties them for the most wins in program history. It sends them to the first Final Four in program history. And in Jim Laranaga's 697th all-time win, in his 37th year of coaching, he's gone back to the Final Four. And they will take on UConn a week from yesterday. Jim Laranaga being mobbed by his coaches. The players are mobbing each other. Texas looking on. They played one heck of a game, one heck of a season, but it does come short. That means we're going to have a 5 seed, a 4 seed, a 5 seed, and a 9 seed in the Final Four. You could not have written a script for a better game. You could not have written a script for a better tournament. Miami, who is down by as many as 13 in the second half, clawed back. Few costly fouls in there for Texas. They got in foul trouble, and that is the result. Miami is set up for a date with the Huskies next Saturday in the Final Four as Miami is going to Houston. It'll be Huskies, Hurricanes, Owls, Aztecs. Jim Laranaga hugs his family. He's going back to the Final Four for the second time in his historical career. The big second half from Isaiah Wong. Miami shoots 59% from the field. They dominate Texas in every category. Free throws, rebounds. Well, I guess Texas out-rebounded them. Texas out-assisted them. But Miami, a few big steals, a few big blocks. Texas, a few costly turnovers. And then a few costly fouls as well, as Texas ended with 23 fouls. A few costly ones in there. And then there's the man of the hour, Jordan Miller. Leads all scorers. Leads the way with 27 points. Interviewed with Tracy Wolfson. Gets mobbed by his teammates. Bear hugs all around. This squad, they knew was special at the beginning of the year, but you could have never thought they were going to get here. This Miami team here in 2023 has now the most wins in program history. They are 29-7, and they add number 2 Texas to this improbable run. They beat Drake, Indiana, Houston, Texas. An unbelievable story this Miami Hurricanes team has been, and they keep the run alive. Jim Laranaga brought to tears in the interview. A group of some of the most special guys you will see, and that's what it is with all of these teams who's going to the Final Four. They battled through adversity in the game. Texas's fast pace of play got a bit out of hand late in the game. Miami limited the turnovers in that second half, kept everything under control, and they are going to the first Final Four in program history. The Storm is rolling in. The Hurricane is rolling in. Where are they rolling in? They're rolling into the Final Four. It's a party in Miami. Now all we need is a Miami-Florida Atlantic Championship. How does that sound? 2 Florida teams in the Final Four. But first, the Hurricanes have to get by UConn, who is playing some of their best ball of the season. Well, we're going to leave it at that. We put a bow tie on this one. This is going to be the final college basketball stream of a season that has been incredible. I've gotten more streams in these last few months than ever on the channel, and it has been so special for me to share it with you as well. And we got to 2.5 hours on the stream today. I enjoy doing all of this, and I look to continue it next season. Now we move on to some baseball play-by-play as opening day starts just next week. Thanks for one heck of a season, and thank you, Miami and Texas, for a game for the ages and a performance for the ages by Jordan Miller, who goes 12 points above his average, and the 2023 All-ACC George Mason transfer delivers in a big way today. Free throws down the stretch, along with a big second half. All you need for success. Texas ends their great season at a 2 seed, 29-8. Miami will go to 29-7. What a ball game! The Hurricanes are moving on to their first Final Four in program history. And now in the fourth all-time meeting, the Hurricanes have now tied the matchup all-time at 2 apiece. It was a game for the ages, a night for the ages, and the season for the ages continues for the Miami Hurricanes. They storm into the Final Four for the first time in program history. And with that, we say goodbye. Thanks for spending the day with me. It was as fun as it gets. And we will see you come baseball time. What a season here on the basketball streams. What a season for Miami. First Final Four in program history. Watch out, Houston. Here come the Hurricanes. And we'll see you when we return for baseball streams in the coming weeks. Goodbye, everybody, and good luck, Miami.